So, here it is, the first sketchbook I ever filled up with itty bitties. I'm just trying to think when I started it. It must have been 2011. It was during my first year of uni, about halfway through maybe. And I think I managed to finish it, must have been about summer 2012, so it took about, would it have been 2012? Yeah, about 2012, so it would have been about a year or a year and a half for me to finish it completely from back to front, and maybe I've ripped a few sheets out on the way because I was a bit of a temperamental artist back then. But yeah, so I've been planning to do a flip through of this for ages, so let's get started. Right. So page 1, there's my friend Bridie, who I went to uni with, Norman. As you can tell there, that's like, I used to draw him like that quite a lot, and it seems to have stuck a little bit, like, yeah, I think that's one of the most consistent bits with my artwork. Let's see, there's my friend Jill. That was the time I think that was just before the time we shaved a Death Hawk into her hair, and that actually ended up looking pretty cool. But yeah, this was the time she dyed her hair like blue and pink, and I thought it was real cool looking. I hate how I draw the bodies on these old itty bitties, because I never used to draw like any particular body shape for them. I used to just draw like a long triangle and just work it out from there, which probably isn't the best way of going about things, but you know, maybe I might sort of pick a few from this and like redraw them as I am now, as my style is now. See, and that one's a picture of me in the it was one of those snuggy things that you used to get off the TV. I had a leopard print one that my mum bought me for uni, which was real good. Let's see. Oh crikey. Let's see. That's my old uni mate Jordan. I think he ended up dropping out of uni, but he was always a right laugh. There's the first one I ever did of Susie, with a little teacup, piglet and some cupcakes. Must have drawn this around the time I first met her, because I genuinely can't remember the first time I met Susie. I think it must have been at one of the zombie nights, but crikey, that was a long time ago as well. Anyway, let's see, there's my friend Liam Brown, who asked me to draw that for him for a blog that he did, where he sort of commented on stuff and sort of reviewed things, which was pretty cool. And I think that's still actually one of his pictures, so that's kind of awesome. There's another one of Norman. Let's see, that's my friend Josh's girlfriend Becky, who's like really tall and lovely looking, and like if I find any of her modelling photos, I'll pop them in the video because she's just absolutely like gorgeous. See, there's Stevie. I actually still quite like that one. That one turned out real well. That's my friend Sweeney and a mate of hers dressed as Jesse and James from Team Rocket. I remember asking me to do that one because it was quite a funny picture. And there's Nico, who does Valkyrian music with an axe. That was, maybe didn't plan out the positioning of that one too well, but well, it doesn't matter. That's my mate Dean in a glass of wine, and my friend, oh, you can see it just there, there's my friend Mark. I drew these two after they both came around to my old student flat, and we got really smashed on wine and were listening to that really awful, that really awful Harry Potter fan fiction, My Immortal, and we did the drinking game, like every time there's a spelling mistake, every time she talked about her outfit, every time she used the word prep or goth, it's just, oh god, I think, yeah, Mark almost ended up dying. That was quite funny, actually. Let's see, there's... Oh, that's my friend Mia, who has the cutest little flat-faced dog I've ever seen in my life. Like, I just love flat-faced dogs, they're adorable. I'm pretty sure that's my friend Anis. and that's either my friend Andy or my friend Jacob, and I can't quite remember at the moment. I'm gonna have to go look through Facebook again to find out who that is. Let's see. There's Paul Brady, who is one of the first sort of mates I made when I started getting into the whole metal scene, and he's consistently been a right laugh throughout the years. And his wife Mariana is like who I want to be when I grow up. She's fantastic. Let's see. There's Moppy singing at a really high pitch, probably because he's good at that. Another one of Norman, and there's one of the ones I did of Maddie, who I still miss very, very much. She is my best friend still. Let's see, there's Mum looking pissed off with a cup of tea, because that's the default face she pulls every time I buy a new sketchbook. That is Samantha, because I remember her doing a fairy photo shoot or something about her wanting to be drawn as a fairy, so I kind of remember doing that. Like, all of the stuff in this book was done with Copic markers and I think a Sharpie for the outline. And this is before I did highlights or anything, so it's all quite it's all a bit flat, I don't know, but I kind of like the blend of some of the colours. Let's see, that's my friend Shaq as an orc from Games Workshop, because he's really into his Warhammer. And here is another one of Norman eating a cupcake, because he is pretty sure he's actually a pig in a cat's body, but I could be wrong there. There's Danny Scott when he used to have long hair way back in the day. That is going back a bit now, because it's been ages since he's had his hair cut. See, there's Ed the Wonder Dog, that's my auntie's dog. Yeah, he was great. He used to do reenactments with her and he used to bark on cue, and he was just, he was such a clever dog. There is... my brain's gone blank. There's my mate Rose with one of her pet rats. And she's a photographer. She's real talented. She did... it was like a year or two ago she started doing pet photography, and it's just it's so great. I remember her sending me a Christmas card of one of her rats, and it was just lovely. It was lovely. There's one of the wild side girls that I'm friends with. Like she's into her bodybuilding nowadays, which is amazing, because like she has the strongest back muscles I think I've ever seen on a woman. She's fantastic. See, another one of Norman. And there is, you can see that. That is my friend Claire Leopard. And this was back when all we used to talk about was that J-rock band, The Gazette, and how she used to be obsessed with Oi. It's one of the words I struggle to say in Japanese. Aoi. But yeah, I used to do like a little series of her like stealing his pants, and I remember doing a little flip book when I started uni of like him popping out like up from behind her hair, which was quite cute. I'll have to see if I can find that somewhere and show you all. See, there's a lot of leopard print on this page. Let's see, there's me and my Snuggie again. There's also Norman in my Snuggie. There is Anissa. Yes, I remember that, because I remember her wearing that shirt in a photo. Let's see, that's my mate Phil. Oh God, what's that one? That's I did this one for when Valkyrian music first kicked off, and my mate Nico asked for like a couple of local characters to go with like different music styles that he could put as a banner on the blog. So like there's black metal, Viking metal, gothic metal, like more sort of rock glammy stuff, and I think that one was supposed to be like scene punky kind of stuff. I can't quite remember, to be honest. Let's see, I can't remember who that is. I think that's supposed to be my brother George, but I'm not sure because I've drawn my hair a bit light on it. Those are some old flatmates as their alter egos. I'm pretty sure that's the first one I ever drew of Lee, who is one of my wifey's and my beautiful love apple. See, there's little Robin that I drew. I wasn't quite sure about that one. I don't know if I like that one that much. Let's see, there's Jareth, who is one of my best mates. Pretty sure that's supposed to be Demi, but I honestly cannot remember for the life of me because it was that long ago. Here, that was Master Chief and all that. That was one of my old flatmates asked me to draw that, I think. There's Shaq as a big bear. That was sort of a character I developed for my first year of uni. It was like a bear who hates Christmas, but for some reason it was just some guy in a bear costume. It's a picture of me, Abbie Stabby, with my little knife. This is to commemorate the moment me and my friend Rose met the guy from Crash Diet, because I remember winning tickets to see them and Michael Monroe in Nottingham, because I remember doing like an air guitar competition with a mate of mine and they just gave us the tickets, which was kind of cool. Oh, and that's it. Wednesday 13 we're playing as well, I think. Yeah, that was a pretty good gig. So getting into the more Christmassy stuff now. There's Norman with a big candy cane and a massive tongue. I did a little animation ages ago of him doing the same thing but with a big piece of pie, but it was not very good. Let's see, there's Chaz beating up Jareth. For some reason. I think that came from an outfit he wore on a night out. I'm not sure, but that outfit seems to be ringing bells in my mind. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see, there's Chaz is the same sort of daft, weird, bulgy-eyed bear costume, and I think that's supposed to be Dean, but I can't quite remember. All of this is bringing back a load of memories. This is crazy. Let's see, there's Dave and Pedro getting married, because that's like a running joke they've had for years. There's another one of Lee. That was a character with me and Shaq made up called Mr. Fishy. I think that was from when he was moving back to Nottingham after uni, or he was moving house. I honestly can't remember. I think that's Curtis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Curtis. There's Norman eating Christmas dinner. There's Chris, my childhood best friend. There's Garton. That's Dale and a friend of his, or it was like his girlfriend at the time or something. I can't quite remember, but I just remember loving her outfits because it was very like bohemian looking. Pretty sure that's my friend. That's Danny Scott's friend Beverly, but I could be mistaken. Let's see. There's Rishi, the mad pharmacist. That was quite fun. I like that one. That is the first one I ever drew with my friend Natalie, and I still love that one. Even though the head, like I managed to draw the head a bit squashed, it's still one of my favourites. I think. Two different ones of tiny baby Norman because he was a very cute kitten. Let's see. There's Shaq and Mr. Fishy. There's Becky, because I remember her wearing that outfit and thinking it was really cool, so I had to draw it. Let's see, which one's that one? I think that was a friend's like original character that they made up that he asked me to draw. That's Jeremy Kyle parachuting in with the big Johnny, because me and my flatmates from uni used to joke about that like all the time. Like I loved watching Jeremy Kyle. It's great. Let's see, there's Liam Neeson with a glass of wine, some zombies, because Chaz used to run the zombie nights, and I hope he does it again at some point, because they were always a real good laugh. Like, yeah, I think the last one I went to, I was dressed as like a zombie. Oh no, that was the first one I went to. I was dressed as a zombie Subway sandwich worker, and I managed to nick a mate's hat who actually worked at Subway at the time, so that's kind of naughty of me. Let's see, some more Norman ones. So there he is with the big chicken drummer. There he is with a big cardboard box, because that's Norman's favourite bit of Christmas. He doesn't like any of the presents we buy him at all. He just prefers jumping in the box and falling asleep and playing with all the paper. And baby Norman with a big chicken drummer. And another one of Bear Shack that was it. It was Bear Shark. I did like 1 or 2 animations of that character, but it never really panned out. But I might start bringing it back at some point. Let's see. There are some hedgehogs. Another one of Bear Shark. Norman again. Oh, my friend Katie asked me to draw that. I remember that. It's Predator as a jockey riding on Alien, which I quite like that one. It's not great, but I still like it quite a bit. Let's see, Black Dynamite, because I used to love watching that at uni. Kratos, however you pronounce it. Norman as a balloon. I might actually redraw that one as well. I'm just gonna go back through this video and see which ones I've decided to redraw. Serena as a zombie on Halloween. That was a real good outfit. I think it was Halloween. It was just some fancy dress night out, but I remember that outfit being real cool. That's Jess, who's like a friend of a friend, tattoo artist, and that was a real great outfit. She had really ace, massive hair. There's Shaq with a hangover, some more Normans, angry little Norman, hungry Norman. That was Mr. Blob. That was a character that I made up briefly. There's Jade, who is one of the most awesome girls I know. She actually does. She makes like prosthetics and props and like different horror stuff, and I've actually got a pair of horns from her that she made me, but she's fantastic. I'll pop a link and some images around here somewhere. Yes, go give her your money because she is really, really good. Ponyo and Sasuke, me with a giant bag of crisps, that's my favourite. Big spoon, little spoon, that was it. Me being miserable because I think I was a bit homesick at that point, and oh god, that was the time I got my hair cut like Betty Page, and it looked alright for about 5 minutes, but I could never get it as straight again, so it kind of looked shit. Let's see, me and Tiny Norman, me and Fat Norman, another one of me and Fat Norman. Norman is a little I love that one, so cute. Norman is a little prince. It's me in the old hoodie I used to wear all the time, being a bit unwell. It's Charlie Chaplin, because I used to watch a lot of Charlie Chaplin movies at uni. That was one of the things I used to enjoy the most. Norman stuck in a cupcake. Finn and Jake. That was when I first started watching it, and I've still never seen it all the way through. I keep getting sidetracked. Like when I try to watch Boba Bo, I just never got all the way through it. Norman saying get well soon. There's Dean as Winnie the Pooh. That is D. Christopher the Magician, because he asked me to draw that. Oh, that was, again, it was a while ago. When I used to bump into him in Nottingham on nights out, I think it was at Wildside. And speaking of Wildside, there are the Wildside girls. I love Paula, and beautiful little dog Danzig. He's wonderful. He's like the cutest thing I've ever seen. There is, I'm not very good with names right now, sorry. No, it's gone. I'll remember it in a minute. Let's see, there's some more old flatmates. Sleepy Norman. That was where the black hair dye started to come out and it went all brown and murky with a giant pencil. There's Mary J. Blige and Barry White as Sith Lord, and I can't remember for the life of me where that joke came from, but I remember it being really funny. Sleepy Norman. Chewbacca wearing shoes for some reason. I don't even know. Let's see. Me and Susie as Easter bunnies. That's become like a running thing. Like every other year now, I've drawn me and Susie in different Easter bunny costumes, kind of going with the same colour scheme. Let's see. There's Jareth. Can't remember the reason behind that one. There's Rishi with a big sensor bar, because that used to be a running joke. Mark Ross as Jar Jar Binks. That was real funny. I don't know who that's supposed to be. And that's really going to bug me. I'm going to have to look back through that one. That is... Pretty sure that's me, Bean, and Lee burgling something, and I can't remember what. There we are with a big cup of tea. There is Norman with the donut, Norman with the big cookie, some more old flatmates. Simple one of me. There's Shaq beating up Benedict Cumberbatch for some reason. Moppy with his head on fire for some reason. This page is very random. You see, there's Norman as a little fat pirate. I used to like it when I used to draw him as a circle. I'm going to start doing that again. And there's Abbie and Stabby. I still have those trousers somewhere, but they've got a big rip in them that I haven't sewed up for like 4 years. Nope, don't know about that one. Me hugging Norman, there's Shaq again. Another one of me and Shaq. There's another one of Norman. I think I drew that for my mum because she wasn't feeling very well. I'm pretty sure that was a mate's D&D character, but could be wrong. There's Dean with a lit match. That's another one to commemorate that night we all got pissed and listened to My Immortal, which I think we should do again at some point. It was a lot of fun. Let's see, there's Faith, there's Sam and Dean from Supernatural, because this was around the time I actually started watching from the beginning, and I used to really enjoy it, but I don't know, it lost me towards the season with all the Leviathans in it. It just got a bit too much. That's Faith again. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Hugh Jackman singing, but I could be wrong. I don't know. That's me sat on top of a bunch of animation books, me with a big bottle of wine. There's me and the old animation course, because it started out with about 6 people, whittled down to 5, and by the end of it there was only the 3 of us. Which is kind of sad, but it was a real good course. I used to love it there. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who I love so much. Can't remember who that is. That's Chelsea. Yes, that's what the other one was. That was Chelsea. So there's Chelsea. I can't remember who that's supposed to be. Well, there's a lot of them centre bars in this book. I was a very weird time in my life. There's another one of Claire with an idol. That's Samba. There's me eating a bunch of pizza with my old flatmate. There's another one of Norman. Let's see, that's another one of Hugh Jackman. There's Dean as the not the March Hare, the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. That's it. Yeah, we're getting to Easter now. So there's me as an Easter bunny. Me, Shaq, and Ben. I just used to draw like doing that tower thing quite a lot. I've got a few cutouts of that somewhere. Me and an Easter egg. Norman, looking at Norman dressed as an Easter bunny about to pounce on him. That was cute. I like that colour combo that I've got going on there. That's quite nice. That's this is Space Maureen, which is something that Shaq made up, and I can't remember how he originally came up with it, but I just remember it being really funny, and I am definitely drawing this again at some point because that was really, oh god, I remember drawing that. I was absolutely howling. Let's see, there is Laura and Katie. I'm pretty sure she's in Japan at the moment, which is awesome. Another one of Norman in an egg. That's either Shaq or one of my old flatmates. That's another person from uni. Baron Samedi, because I think this is leading up to the zombie night stuff. There's another one of Norman. That's Demi again. Norman with a big pizza, and yeah, we have the first time I tried drawing a Rammstein in this style, and it is not good. Oh god, I'm gonna have to redo that at some point. Oh god, Captain Mountain Dew. Someone obsessed with Mountain Dew to the point of going a bit loopy. There is me with a giant jammy donut. Me after the giant jammy donut. Darren Brown. That's it. I think that one was supposed to go into an animation, but it didn't end up working. I'm pretty sure I drew that because my old flatmate used to play, I think it was League of Legends or something like that. That was from the university performance of Little Women, because two people I knew at the time were like the understudy and the like the main actor for Professor Bear. There's Maddie again. There's Katie again. Me and Katie riding on a Yoshi. That was, I think that started as a joke on a night out where two of my mates said they were going to elope and I was going to officiate it, but I don't know if I'll look at that one. There's Stu, who was actually, had a brief little appearance in that Royal Night Out film that came out, and I was over the moon. I had to send him a message on Facebook and everything when I saw it on TV. I was so proud of him. There's Norman being dead cool. This was the time me and some of the people from uni had a day out at the deep. That was Mr. Smiley, who was he was like a swordfish or something like that, swimming around the aquarium that we made friends with. I bought a wolf hat there. There's Callum with his frog, and I think that was their old flatmate Adam with his panda that he bought. I mean, I don't know why you'd have a panda at a Sea Life Centre gift shop, but anyway, that was commissioned by my friend Mark, who is a photographer. He does like alternative photo shoots with all these wonderful like goth and metalhead women, and they're just, oh god, he's so great. He's just, he's fantastic. I think it's Chelsea, but I can't remember. And this now we'll get into the zombie night stuff, which is some of my favourite stuff that I still like to look at because I remember doing a big edit of them all together. So here is Shaq. There's me in my little outfit, and I had all this fake wax stuff on my face because we didn't have any prosthetics or anything, so I just had wax covered in fake blood melted all over my face all night, and it was horrendous to wash off in the morning. There's Maddie, which I actually read you again recently, which I'll pop up on the screen like here. I remember that because she fell asleep with her contact lenses in, and it was playing hell with her eyesight the next day. And there is Dave Short, who is one of my favourite people to go to Spiders with because he's always dancing. Mark Ross with a Pop-Tart. Jim as Raul Sanchez, his alter ego from every zombie night out. There's Jairus. There's Craig. Simon, pretty sure that's Crompton. Chaz is Baron Samedi. There's Laura again. Let's see. And there's Tristan. I love Tristan. And Leanne. I miss Leanne as well. Oh, I haven't seen them in ages. There's Ollie and Lee and Pete, who had the best hippie outfit. Loved it. Let's see. That is the time we all went ice skating, and I was about as useful as a chocolate teapot when I was ice skating. It's like, the bit in Scooby-Doo where they're trying to run away and they just sort of run on the spot and then speed off. That's what I was like ice skating. There's Alex as a brony because he used to watch that at uni. That was fantastic. There's my old flatmate Sean, who him and Alex actually went on to work at Rockstar Games, which is pretty cool. Those are some people that used to live on the flat like behind us at uni. There is Dean, again in his Captain America zombie outfit. There's Lee. I haven't seen her in years actually. I might send her a message later. Oh god, who's that? Genuinely can't think of who that is. I'm gonna have to look. There's Susie, and there's a picture of us at the end of the night where all my makeup had washed off because it was like a foam party that we ended up going to in all our zombie costumes, and mine just all melted off my face. There's Jason, who organises the Kinky Erotic Nature nights in Hull, which look fantastic. Haven't been to one yet, but they do look really, really good. There's Alex with a colouring book and little zombie Norman, because I had to put that in at the end because he is my fat little baby. Let's see, some more people from the flat. There's Sean again and Scouser John. I love Scouser John, he's such a nice guy. And I'm pretty sure that's Katie, but I could be wrong. And this is from when my university did a production of Spring Awakening that was at Hull Truck Theatre, which was actually pretty nice, it was pretty good. Cannot remember any of the names of the characters, but you know, just I'll flip through it so you can see. There's a few more after this one. Hello! That was when we had an infestation of maggots in the kitchen. At uni, that was gross. Me with a cup of tea, Fat Norman, more zombies. Here is Jerry's with a big chainsaw. Pretty sure that's Cat. Pretty sure. Let's see, there's Skillbeck, and I think that was Zoe. I remember her makeup being really, really good on that night. It was fantastic. Pretty sure that's Bailey as well. Yes, pretty sure it is. There's Norman with a British hat. Nope, cannot remember who that is. I'll have to have a look. Let's see, there is another one of Norman. I drew him in that pose quite a lot, actually. And here are the guys from Davidium. Which, I missed that band. I only seem to remember seeing them like maybe twice, but I always remember them being dead good. That's what I'm gonna have to redraw as well. That was so long ago. Let's see, there's Ripley from Alien. Can't remember who that's supposed to be, but they're dressed as Sonic. There's another one of me. That's my old flatmate in his little boat. Don't know who that is. Let's see, there's my old uni mate Ross and Norman with a little rainbow umbrella. I remember that being really funny, but I've got no idea what it is. That's Jen. And there's me with a bunch of pencils sticking out my face because I've gone a bit nuts. That's supposed to be M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold, I think. There's Norman. Another one of Claire. Can't remember what the vote was for, but I remember it being an online thing. Norman with a scarf again. Let's see. That's my brother George. There's another one of Chaz in a zombie hat. Carl Pilkington. That's my friend Josh, who got me obsessed with King Diamond when I was a teenager. Never looked back. Right, here's more of the musical theatre lot, I think, in their various outfits. Yep, here we go. I'm surprised how well these came out, considering there were barely any pictures to work from. Let's see, a couple more. There's Laura again. I remember her having those leggings. They were real cool. Let's see, there's Norman with a brioche. George and Norman. Right. Oh, getting to the end now. That was mental. Another one of Norman, another one of me. And I think this is the last page. There's Steve and his kittens. That's one of the people from the flat. Over the back there is Dawn, Norman, and I'm pretty sure that's Shirtless Rishi. Yeah, right. Yeah, that is it. I probably sounded awkward as fuck, but whatever, I'll work on it. Right, until next time.